Guys, feast your eyes on the super heavy duty metallic flake and the original factory color silver on this thing. And look at the orange. It actually, this thing, it absolutely, I don't know if the camera's gonna pick it up. This thing sparkles like a bass boat. That's the original factory paint coat on there. Professionally shot by an auto body shop, not some home spray bomb disaster. This is professionally restored tank. This bike has had a full frame off restoration, nut and bolt restoration. Everything on this bike is brand new. From the bottom of the tires to the top of the bars, and whatever's not new is mint original, all original cycle parts, the frame, the tank. Show them the VIN number, Kenny. Look at the VIN number on this thing.
We very rarely see this done. They professionally painted in the indents in the frame for the VIN number, which makes it very easy to see. And just exceptionally well done. There's a few things that were really pleasant surprises on this bike, but as my dad said, Pops, I want you to grab the list of services and just go right through.
I'm going to, but before they do that, when you talk about pleasant surprises, when you sit on a motorcycle, you see a lot of stuff that you can't from the side, namely the tachometer and speedometer faces 739 original miles on. This looks like a brand new NOS speedometer and tachometer. The handlebars look brand new. The grips are the original Yamaha grips, the original levers, just beautiful. All the bolts, the chrome on the bolts, that's usually stripped off and rusted off. The steering stem bolt, the gas tank is absolutely stunning, the fit and finish on it. And inside the tank looks as nice as the outside. It's been professionally restored and it's beautiful. That's ethanol-free fuel in there too. And it runs as good as it looks, which is to say, like brand new. Absolutely nothing's been missed on this thing. I want to start at the front of the bike and work my way back, then I'll go over the work order real quick. Wheel set is stunning. They're brand new rims, brand new spokes with new nipples. The original factory hub has been polished to a chrome style finish. The backing plate for the brakes on it has been completely restored and professionally painted. Zoom in closely on this side, Junior. Take a look at the back of the brake assembly there. New brake pads, everything's refreshed. Brand new tire, brand new tube.
Brake shoes, rather.
Brake shoes, excuse me. All new cables. The front fender, which is, tell them how hard it is to find one of these front fenders.
Yeah, a steel front fender, and by nature, the Enduro models, they got smashed. Whether they go down and get bent, but to find an original fender, this one is welded on, is a late welded fender. Just basically impossible to find. The mounts get torqued up. This one is perfectly straight, and so isn't the rear. These fenders are going up in value. A tin set for a DT2, well, you're gonna spend a pretty penny.
So we don't miss anything. Zoom in on the fork lowers. Those are professionally restored. New fork seals. The fork chrome uppers is in mint condition. Junior pointed out earlier, there is a little bit of pitting on there on the upper, but it looks fantastic. The triple clamp was completely restored with new hardware, new chrome bolts, new correct chrome bolts, new correct reflectors. The headlight looks to be brand new. Just beautiful. The triple clamps have been restored. The frame was professionally restored, sanded down, and then repainted in the original factory color. The oil tank is in mint condition, and if it's on the list, but I'm going to mention it anyways, brand new sight glass. Usually they're all cloudy and messed up. Look at the oil in there. It's perfect. I'm going to go over the motor. I'm going to read the list on the motor, but I'm going to, by memory, go over the obvious stuff. Look at the tire. Brand new Kenda 12018. It rolls beautiful down the road. Brand new tube, brand new rinse strip, brand new spokes. The tire's been balanced, so if you're going 65 on the road, it's not going to bounce. Zoom in on the inside of that hub, Kenny. That's a lot of time and effort to polish a original factory hub like that. Brand new sprocket, brand new chain. The axle adjusters appear to be brand new, as does the kickstand, the foot pegs, the shifter, all the cycle parts. But guys, I thought this was painted, but it's actually polished. This hub, this has been completely professionally polished. The swing arm's been repainted. The passenger buddy pegs are in mint condition, as is the hardware for them. The shocks were dismantled and cleaned completely. The turn signals are in excellent condition. The original factory exhaust is in mint shape, as is the foot pegs and rear brake. No evidence of any off-road abuse whatsoever on the bash pan here. They're usually all mauled up. This one's in mint condition, as is the kickstand. Now I'm going to go to the owner, the actual build sheet. While we're on the seat, it's obviously been completely restored. New seat cover, new seat base, new battery, and some really nice things have been done to
The
upgrade
factory
this.
air boxes are very restrictive. I like this. This utilizes the stock air boot, but a wide open filter. The bike has, and it's been jetted accordingly. The bike has a really nice bark at idle, and the baffle has also been deleted. So free
It sounds
breathing,
awesome.
sounds just fantastic.
Junior was riding it up down the driveway. We were taking turns riding it, and I could ride something like this all day long through a tank of gas. This year, this era of two-strokes are an absolute joy to ride. The seating position is comfortable. This is a ride all day bike, whether you're riding on the street or on the trail or on the back roads. But back to the list here. The bike had 2,100 miles on the original factory odometer, which was defective. It's been replaced with this new one. It has showing only 739 miles. The sheet here, zoom in on this, Kenny. It was an NOS one. It had 735 miles when we got it. So Junior and I put almost 5 miles driving it up and down the driveway and up and down the street here. So there's a long list. So let me take a deep breath. It has a new 12-volt pointless ignition, so you don't have to worry about the points. A brand new halogen headlight, which has an easy to replace bulb. It's a bright 12-volt tail light. The blinkers, etc., all have been redone with, and it has a modern voltage regulator on it. If it hasn't been started in a while, it just takes a few kicks. It'll fire right up. Very easy to start because of the ignition system. It's a one kick start bike. It has an NGK B10 ES plug, and it's using Yamaha lube. So,
and I have the original toolkit right here. It's present with some looks like a old fuse and some Yamaha materials, and the factory original toolkit holder here.
The engine was obviously removed from the frame when they restored the frame, and it was completely dismantled right down to the crank. New main bearings, new crank main bearings and seals. Every seal and gasket on the motor is new. The shifter seal, the kicker seal, the base gasket, the head gasket. In fact, zoom in on the head because that's brand new too. Has new clutch bushings and thrust bearings, new clutch plates. I don't even know where you'd get a new head for that. I mean, to find NOS parts for this is very difficult, but somehow it has a new head on it. New first over piston rings. That's good news too, because you can go, I believe, up to 3 over on this engine. Four over, so it's got a lot of life left on it. New first over piston rings, piston pin, bearings, and clips. The oil pump was rebuilt, not just tuned, rebuilt with an HV Cycles complete new oil pump kit. Again, I already mentioned the frame, gloss black painted. The forks were taken apart, cleaned, new seals, new rubber boots, and new chrome covers on the top here. So just an absolutely beautiful piece. The rear shocks were completely dismantled. They spent hours cleaning those. The speedometer and tachometer are OEM brand new, as are the handlebars, not aftermarket junk, traditional, original Yamaha speedometer, tachometer, handlebars. The battery box was enlarged for the 12-volt sealed battery. It has a new uni air filter that Junior pointed out. The gas tank was cleaned, red epoxy lined, has a brand new Yamaha OEM petcock and brand new gas cap seals. The oil tank was cleaned, as I mentioned, new spyglass. The wheel bearings are new, the brake shoes are new, new aluminum wheels, spokes, modern dual-purpose tires and tubes, so it handles way better than the original ones ever even dreamed of doing.
Yeah, can we expand on that?
Yeah.
The Dunlop Universal Trials tires are still available. If you don't like these, we can get you a set of the Dunlops. Call me about that. But guys, if you haven't ridden one of these with a set of tires like this, just tremendous. It rolls perfectly, really smoothens out the ride.
It's like a super motorbike with these on there.
It is. Really a lot of fun to ride. And if you didn't notice, there are wheel weights. So these have actually been balanced, and that's probably part of the reason why the bike rolls so good. It's basically vibration free.
Absolutely.
Amazing to ride, really.
Brand new chain, new 15-tooth front sprocket, has a 44-tooth brand new rear sprocket. The seat pan was completely restored, painted, new seat foam and seat cover. Traditionally, the Yamaha foam on these, if you've ever restored one, becomes brittle after 40 years or so and starts falling apart. This has got a brand new seat foam, should last another 40 years, as is the new seat cover. All the switches were taken apart, cleaned, lubed, and checked. The horn is nice and loud. Has brand new foot pegs on the front and rear. I thought they looked new. They are brand new. The rack on the rear fender is a Yamaha factory accessory in mint shape. The tank and tins were painted by Moody's Collision in Saco, Maine, professionally painted. including the headlight bucket.
A lot of times you'll see, you know, just a tank repainted or just a headlight repainted and they don't match up properly. It's all been done.
The swing arm pivot here has a grease fitting on it. There's also been one added to the rear brake pivot, which wasn't there originally. The chain tensioner marks on the swing arm, if you zoom in on those, they're highlighted just like the factory VIN number is DT1F 133655.
I love the touches like that. I mean, that's taken it to, you don't see that, you know? It's great.
Yeah, highlighting of the steering head numbers is something that's not done, but it's a super nice touch. I do like that. The steering head bearings in races were clean. They were in mint shape with only 2,000 miles, so they were freshly greased and reinstalled. The swing arm bushings were replaced with brand new swing arm bushings. They were installed and greased. It comes with 2 keys, the toolkit which Junior showed you, the owner's manual, and the bike brochure. I got to show you that. Check this out. I'll bring it over. Guys, check this out. 72 Yamaha Enduro, first on the trail with torque induction. This comes with it. It's the actual factory original sales that was in the magazine. Isn't that cool? Period correct t-shirt, helmet. It's period correct because this was 1972. Man, those look like the same boots I'm wearing right now. Pretty cool. So I guess I'm stuck in the 70s. The torque induction trials are over, and the dust will soon settle on the hills and flats of El Mirage Dry Lake. Our riders, Bruce McDougall, Art Barta, bye. Rudy Galanda and Phil Bowers have met the challenge, and our new Enduros are proof of Yamaha's ever-increasing standards of quality, safety, and dependability in leisure time products. Now it's yours turn. 72 Enduros, MX, and street machines are waiting at Yamaha dealer. Look at that. That's what it's all about. Hanging out, doing a little pit racing through the desert there. And it also comes with the Yamaha Enduro 250 DT2 Yamaha Rider's Manual.
That's cool how it's not a generic one for the early models.
This is the actual, how cool is that? Yeah. And it's got the key too, an extra spare key. So this is what I'd call a no excuses bike, guys. If you're looking, I mean, let's face it, any DT250 like this particular model in good running condition is gonna sell on Facebook Marketplace for $4,000 in unrestored condition. To take one like this down to the frame and do a nut and bolt restoration, completely rebuilding the motor and upgrading it to a modern digital ignition with modern tires and new wheels and all this, you're gonna drop, in the paint job, you're gonna drop conservatively 100 hours labor plus parts, and the paint job is gonna cost you $700 to $1,000. So do the math. What does your local shop charge if you can even find a shop? This was a labor of love, this bike right here. It took a long time to do it. Just the tack and speedo alone. Go ahead and price out an NOS tack and speedo for this on eBay. You're looking at 500 plus just for these 2 pieces.
Well, a lot of the parts can't be replaced. I bet if you looked on eBay right now, you will not find a set of fenders like this.
Guys, this is a 50-year-old motorcycle. It's a 50-year-old antique, but it runs and looks like brand new, and it's a classic bulletproof Yamaha. Engineering and reliability, and the tuning fork company always said their motto was the bikes had to be beautiful. It wasn't form follows function. Form had to be beautiful because they were a piano company, you know, and it had to be right. So the tuning fork company guys got it right on this one. We're big fans of the vintage Yamahas, and this is one of the most fun, best running 250s I've had a chance to swing a leg over. And I neglected to mention it's a matching numbers original matching numbers. 3655 are the last 4 numbers of the VIN on the engine and the tank. So full provenance on this one, in the literature, all the restoration notes, and she's ready to go. There's no way in God's green earth you could build this thing yourself without, well, just do the math. Grab a pen and paper, 100 hours labor and thousands in parts plus the cost of the bike. It'd take you 6 months to do it if you're lucky, if you had all the vendors in it lined up to do it, and that's never the case. So probably took them a year to do it. So good luck bidding on it. If you have any questions, give us a call, 860-454-7024. Thanks for watching, and God bless America.